Welcome to Starbase Wraps. Today we have this gorgeous silver Tesla Model Y, brand new 2026. We're going to do a 50% windshield and then 20% on the sides and rear. And then to kind of tie this gray and black theme together, we're going to do tinted headlight paint protection film. And it's really going to tie this car together. It is going to look so good once it's done. I'm so excited for the customer to come and see it. But let's go ahead and get started. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, it's free. You don't even have to pay anything. Just go ahead. 1, 2, 3, subscribe. All right, thank you so much. Sorry I have to do that, but you know. Well, I'm gonna remove this door panel. I remove door panels when I tint windows so it doesn't stain the interior and get all wet and stink or ruin the nice LED lights or any of the electronics, because that would be horrible, right? You go to pick up your car and your lights don't work or your locks are all screwed up and your car stinks like wet. Ugh. So what I'm gonna do is take this door panel off, and then it shifts down. I hang it on with S-clips so it doesn't put tension on the wires in the door. And then I remove the window seal. That way I can visibly look at the tint, make sure it's laid down, make sure it's past the seal, so this tint will last a lifetime. Super easy to remove Tesla door panels. This is a 2026 Model Y. You can use a T30 Torx bit screwdriver or a drill. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this right up in here. All right, there's one screw, and then I'll use the drill for the other one. All right, so there's both the screws. And then you're gonna need one of these. This is just a trim tool. You can get these at Harbor Freight, Amazon, whatever. And then I start in this corner right here, because that's usually what slides in. It's gonna sound violent, but it's not. There we go. And then once I get it popped, I just use my fingers to go around the edges. All right, and then once you get like the bottom half, sometimes it gets a little tricky right here. So what I do is I'll get my trim tool, I'll put that behind the Alcantara part, and then I'll just give it a little pop like that. Same thing for this side. And then we're off. So I'm gonna get my S-clips. These are just rubberized S-clips that I'm gonna use to hang the door panel on with. So this just comes right off. There we go. And you can see none of the clips are broken. They're not all bent up and broke. So I'm gonna take these seals off. Let's see, let's go here, 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 and then this sweep comes right out. Okay? So now I can tint nice and deep in this window, make sure it looks good. All right, and then this is just gonna go right here like that. In fact, you could probably even do it like this. Put that in there, put that in there, and now it's nice and low. Now that door panel is out of the way, so I can tint this window, not get water all over here. I'm gonna cover this up with plastic and then a towel just to make sure no water gets in here. Okay, so we got our towel on the door panel. We got our window tricked. So right now the door thinks it's closed. So the window went all the way up, so we can make sure we tint the entire window. So if I was to close that door, it would definitely shatter the glass. So another good tip to why you take off the door panels is you can't physically shut the door with the door panel off the car. So it eliminates the risk of breaking the glass. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the shape of these rear windows and film some more. Okay, and then we're just gonna stick our bottom edge on. Try to get it lined up as best as we can. Slide it down and go straight up. Okay, and looks like we are good to go. It's a lot different when it's super cold outside, that's for sure. Here in Las Vegas, it's usually about 70 degrees in my garage. But there's actually a freeze warning today. So on the plus side, I get a little more work time with the film, but on the bad side, it doesn't set up as quickly. Okay, this edge is good. Top edge needs to come down slightly. Okay, now it's starting to set up, good. Okay, so I can shave that top edge, no problem. Okay, yeah, that's all good. That's actually really good. Okay, yep, top edge is gonna have to get shaved. And this is why I like having the seal out of here. I can see if there's little tiny fingers that pop up sometimes. If you don't have the seal removed, you're kind of just guessing and trying to lay it down a bunch of times. But yeah, that shrink went really well. We don't have any issues. I'm gonna get the blowtorch and then seal this top edge down because it's so cold today. The film is not setting up like it normally does. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so I got the blowtorch. This doesn't hurt the glass or anything. It just helps this film set up. I just want to make sure it's nice and warm. Okay, yeah, so that'll set up that top edge. Some tint shops actually offer fast roll down, so you can roll your windows down immediately after picking it up. All they do is hit it with the blowtorch, and then it gets all the water evaporated out of there. I'm gonna go one more pass. It's pretty cold today. All right, and that's all you need right there. So. To seal that top edge, I don't want to add more water and squeegee again, so I just use my towel and a tri-edge, and then I'm just going to bump these edges so they seal down. Alright, so yeah, this tint's looking really good. So you could just use a Sharpie and a ruler instead of cutting on the glass. So I just use a Sharpie and then I'll just cut that straight with my ruler. That way I don't have to cut on the glass. Done. I just wanted to show the dry interior. That's why we remove all the stuff, right? This isn't all soaking wet. That's why I remove the door panels. But man, it looks amazing in here. And we come inside. The customer has a free premium microfiber rag company towel, personalized thank you card, Starbase Wraps air freshener. I always give all my tint customers invisible glass because it's safe to clean your tint with, and the aftercare instructions with the QR code to register that lifetime warranty. And this Tesla is all tinted up. We got 50% on the windshield, and man, 50% is absolutely the way to go. We've got 20 on the front window, and we did 75 over the factory window. That way these both match. And then here is the back window. And that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. And we'll catch you on the next Starbase Wraps video. Thanks for watching.